What's up, guys, and welcome back to Marine Journey. Hope we're all doing fantastic, and today we're going to continue with the seventh book of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. So let's do this. The nature of the universe, of the common substance of all things, as it were of so much wax, has now perchance formed a horse, and then, destroying that figure, has new tempered and fashioned the matter of it into the form and substance of a tree. Then that again into the form and substance of a man, and then that again into some other. Now every one of these does subsist, but for a very little while. As for dissolution, if it be no grivos thing to the chest or trunk to be joined together, why should it be more grievous interesting, to be put asunder? An angry countenance is much against nature, and it is oftentimes the proper countenance of them that are at the point of death. But were it so that all anger and passion were so thoroughly quenched in thee, that it were altogether impossible to kindle it any more, yet herein must not thou rest satisfied, but further endeavor by good consequence of the true ratiocination perfectly to conceive and understand that all anger and passion is against reason. For if thou shalt not be sensible of thine innocence, if that also shall be gone from thee, the comfort of the good conscience that thou dost all things according to reason, what shouldst thou live any longer for? All things that now thou seest are but for a moment. That nature by which all things in the world are administered will soon bring change and alteration upon them, and then of their substances make other things like unto them, and then soon after other again of the matter and substance of these, that so by these means the world may still appear fresh and new. Whatsoever any man does trespass against the other, presently consider with thyself what it was that he did suppose to be good. For this, what to be evil, when he did trespass. For this, when thou knowest, thou wilt pity with thou wilt have no occasion either to wonder or to be angry. For either thou thyself dost yet live in that error and ignorance, as that thou dost suppose either that very thing that he does of some other like worldly thing to be good, and so thou art bound to pardon him if he have done that which thou in the like case wouldst have done thyself. Or if so be that thou dost not any more suppose the same things to be good or evil that he does, how canst thou but be gentle unto him that is in an error? Fancy not to thyself things future, as as though they were present, but of those that are present, take some aside, that thou takest most benefit of, and consider of them particularly how wonderfully thou wouldst want them, if they were not present. But take heed withal, lest that whilst thou dost settle thy contentment in things present, thou grow in time so to overprice them, as that the want of them, whensoever it shall so fall out, should be a trouble and vexation unto thee. Wind up thyself into thyself. Such is the nature of thy reasonable commanding part, as that of it exercise justice, and have by that means tranquillity within itself. It does rest fully satisfied with itself without any other thing. Wipe off all opinions, say the force and violence of unreasonable lusts and affections. Circumscribe the present time, examine whatsoever it be that is happened, either to thyself or to another. Divide all present objects, either in that which is formal or material thing of the last hour, that which thy neighbor has committed, where the guilt of it layeth, thou let it rest. Examine it in order whatsoever is spoken. Let thy mind penetrate both into the effects and into the causes. Rejoice thyself with the true simplicity and modesty, and that all middle things between virtue and vice are indifferent unto thee. Finally, love mankind, obey God. All things, said he, are by certain order and appointment, and what if the elements only? It will suffice to remember that all things in general are by certain order and appointment, or if it be but few. And as concerning death, that either dispersion, or the atoms, or annihilation, or extinction, or translation will ensue. And as concerning pain, that which is intolerable is soon ended by death, and that which holds long must needs be tolerant, and that the mind in the meantime, which is all in all, may by way of interclusion or interception, by stopping all manner of commerce and sympathy with the body, still retain its own tranquility. Thy understanding is not made worse by it. As for those parts that suffer, let them, if they can, declare their grief themselves. As for praise and commendation, view their mind and understanding, what estate they are in, what kind of things they fly, and what things they seek after, and that as in the seaside, whatever was before to be seen is by the continual succession of new heaps of sand cast up one upon another, soon hid and covered. So, in this life, all former things, by those which immediately succeed. Out of Plato. He then whose mind is endowed with the true magnanimity, who has accustomed himself to the contemplation both of all times and of all things in general, can this mortal life, think as though, seem any great matter unto him? It is not possible, answered he. Then neither will such a one account death a grievous thing. Grievous. By no means. Out of Antisthenes, it is a princely thing to do well and to be ill spoken of. It is a shameful thing that the face should be subject unto the mind, to be put into what shape it will, and to be dressed by it as it will, and that the mind should not bestow so much care upon herself as to fashion herself and to dress herself as best becomes her. Alright guys, we're gonna continue tomorrow on the next video, and thank you for joining me today. See you, bye.